Europe is home to some of the best roller coasters in the world, and also some of the most elaborately themed roller coasters in the world. From the insane airtime of Expedition GeForce and Untamed, to the dizzying number of inversions on the Smiler, Europe has an amazing collection of coasters, and today we will be counting down the fastest roller coasters in Europe. Make sure to like the video, subscribe and hit the bell if you are new, and let's get into the video. At number 10, we have the amazingly themed Terran at Phantasialand. While Terran is mostly known for the rockwork that it interacts with, it is also known for giving a very good feeling of speed, and the stats back that up. Terran travels at a max speed of 72.7 miles an hour, or 117 kilometers per hour, which is reached during the second LSM launch. This blast of speed is just another factor in the masterpiece that is Terran. At number 9, we have Big One at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Big One opened as the world's tallest roller coaster, but it was not the world's fastest roller coaster. It traveled at a max speed of 74 miles an hour, or 119 kilometers per hour, but Steel Phantom at Kennywood traveled 80 miles an hour, or 129 kilometers per hour, which opened 3 years earlier. Big One features a long, drawn-out layout with lots of big drops and turns. It was built in 1994 and designed by Aerodynamics, who fabricated their track on site, creating a ride experience with some weird transitions. While Big One may have been considered an elite coaster when it opened, it has since been surpassed by more modern roller coasters. At number 8, we have Expedition GeForce, the Intamin mega coaster that opened in Holiday Park in the year 2001. While Expedition GeForce is about 25 feet short of the 200-foot mark, it travels faster than some coasters over 200 feet, reaching a top speed of 74.6 miles an hour, or 120 kilometers per hour. This coaster flies over its ejector airtime hills and overbank turns, and many people consider this to be one of the best roller coasters in the world. At number 7, we have the new for 2019 RMC ground-up hyper hybrid Zadra at Energylandia. RMC had built some ground-up coasters before this one, but all those had RMC's wooden topper track. Their steel iBox track was specifically reserved for the conversions of old wooden coasters, until 2019, when they built a steel hybrid coaster from the ground up. Those who have ridden this coaster rave about its amazing pacing and that menacing-looking zero-G stall right under the lift hill. It opened as the tallest and fastest hybrid roller coaster in the world, traveling at 75.2 miles an hour, or 121 kilometers per hour. This amount of speed, followed by the amazing inversions and airtime moments, solidifies Zadra as one of the world's best coasters. Number 6 is a tie between two very, very different coasters. One featuring many large and graceful moments, and the other featuring low-to-the-ground intensity. Traveling at 78.9 miles an hour, or 127 kilometers per hour, are Silver Star, the B&M Hyper at the widely acclaimed Europa Park, and Karnan, the Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster at Hansa Park. Silver Star uses its speed to glide along large camelback airtime hills, while Karnan stays low to the ground for most of its ride. While Karnan is revered as one of the world's best, Silver Star is looked down upon as one of the weaker hypercoasters. Either way, both of these coasters have speed on their side. Kicking off the top 5 is Stealth, the Intamin accelerator coaster at the UK's Thorpe Park. Stealth currently holds the record as the fastest coaster in the UK, and is considered one of the best. The 80 mile an hour, or 129 kilometer per hour launch is said to have one of the fastest accelerations in the world. After the insane launch, the train goes up into a massive top hat before dropping back down into a small airtime hill and hitting the brakes. While it is considered to be a one-trick pony, that trick is pretty good. Number 4 is the second B&M Hyper coaster on this list, but this one is put on a much higher pedestal than Silver Star, and many who have ridden it consider it to be the best B&M Hyper. This is Shambhala at Portaventura. Shambhala travels at 83.3 miles an hour, or 134 kilometers per hour. This insane speed allows the coaster to have some of the largest and most sustained airtime hills on any coaster. Many say that this coaster competes with the larger B&M Giga coasters, and it is not hard to see why. Also at Portaventura is our number 3 pick, beating out Shambhala by only 0.6 of a mile an hour, traveling 83.9 miles an hour, or 135 kilometers per hour is Furious Baco, the Intamin hydraulic-launched wing coaster. This coaster has a large focus on speed, and it flies through its 2,800 feet of track with a prime ride time of less than 30 seconds. This is one of the most polarizing roller coasters, with some disliking this ride because of the roughness, and others looking past the roughness and seeing that it is an intense ride with a forceful launch. At number 2, we head back to Energylandia for Hyperion, their Intamin mega coaster, which travels at 88.2 miles an hour, or 142 kilometers per hour. Hyperion features a layout with large airtime hills and a dive loop at the beginning, but then it condenses into smaller airtime hills towards the end of the ride. This is another fairly polarizing coaster, with some claiming that the proposed layout from Vekoma was better than the final Intamin layout that Energylandia chose, and others looking at it as a tall, fast, and intense mega coaster. Either way, this solidifies Energylandia as having one of the best 1-2 punches in the world, and with their upcoming Vekoma Shockwave Abyssus, Energylandia's future looks very bright. Number 1 is a coaster that opened just 1 year prior to Hyperion in 2017, Red Force at Ferrari Land. Red Force travels at a speed of 111.8 miles an hour, or 180 kilometers per hour, which ranks it as the 4th fastest roller coaster in the world. Along with that, it is the 4th tallest roller coaster in the world. Red Force is very similar to the coasters that hold the top 2 spots for tallest in the world, Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point and Kingda Ka at Six Flags Great Adventure. The layout features a high-speed launch into a large top hat before dropping down into an airtime hill before the brakes, very similar to Stealth at Europa Park, which is listed earlier. One major difference between Red Force and the other massive Intamin accelerators is that the others use a hydraulic launch, while Red Force uses magnetic LSM fins. While the launch may not be as intense as Top Thrill Dragster, Kingda Ka, or Stealth, it gets the train up to speed even more reliably than the hydraulic launch coasters. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, and also make sure to subscribe so that you do not miss out when I post new videos. And I will see you next time.